Hi everyone, this is my Module 1 fact sheet. For question number 1, in high school I decided to take pre-calculus because a lot of my friends were also enrolling in the course, but also many of the top students in the school often took advanced math classes. Math has never been my favorite subject. It's never been a strong suit. I'm not horrible at it, but I'd much rather take an easier math course. But the pressure to fit in with my friends, but also to meet academic standards from the school, from my parents, those things influenced my decision when it came time to enroll in a math course. And I ultimately decided to enroll in pre-calculus. However, I didn't stay long in the class because, like I said, math is not my cup of tea, and I switched to a much more manageable and enjoyable statistics class where I was actually able to keep up with the course and learn and appreciate what I was doing in class. And looking back on it, I might have originally chosen the statistics route if I hadn't cared so much about other people's expectations or other people's opinions or fitting in with my friends, because ultimately I needed to make the best choice for myself in order to be able to succeed. For question number 2, growing up in Texas, manners have always been something that have been a really important thing in our lives, at least in my life. When somebody holds the door for you or when somebody greets you when you walk into a room, it's just standard to respond and acknowledge them and be kind and just ask them how they're doing and stuff like that. However, I visited New York a few years ago and it was just a much different experience, and it was kind of like a culture shock to me. People didn't really hold the doors for people. They didn't really say thank you as often. They didn't really acknowledge you when you walked into a room and things like that. And at first, it just seemed like New York was a place for rude people who didn't have the time of day for others. But looking back on it, it's just a difference in societal norms and expectations. Um, in New York, it's just more of a hustle bustle city, and everyone is independent and on the go. And it's not that they don't care, but it's just the way they do things there. Um, and it's a small difference, but it really just shows how much social norms and expectations can differ depending on where you grow up and who you grow up around. Um, and for question 3, while I'm not 100% sure of the career path I want to take once I am done with college, there are two fields of psychology that I'm interested in. The first one is environmental psychology, and the second one is women's psychology. Studying sociology would help me understand social structures, cultural norms, and community and behaviors that impact the way people interact with their environments. This knowledge would be extremely helpful in designing interventions in spaces that promote sustainable living and well-being. And for women's psychology, sociology would provide insights to the social factors and gender norms that shape the experiences of women. This would help me better address the unique psychological needs of women in a therapeutic setting.